Good morning, everybody. I hope this morning finds you doing well. We're going to be trying a new game called Sovereign Syndicate this morning. I thought I'd start by reading the Steam description of it because it sounds kind of interesting. It's a Victorian steampunk RPG with tarot cards instead of dice. Investigate the disappearance of society's most vulnerable to uncover a mysterious cult. Play as 3 characters, each with their own skills and motivations. Customize your characters with narrative choices to unlock new tarot cards. And when I started it up, I discovered there's also a Twitch extension. So I have no idea if it's working, but I think I turned it on. So we're going to try to do that. And we're going to hit new game. Cool. Follow Atticus daily as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. Okay. Now we get to choose our archetype. He's a prisoner to the voices in his mind, giving into his vices, surrendering to base urges, or being forced to reflect on a life gone wrong. Which voice speaks the loudest? Do I have to? Okay, Spryness is... he is trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. Or we could do Animal Instinct. He's intimidating with that one. He's a charlatan there. He has wit. That's interesting. Or we could do self-discipline. Honestly, I kind of like the sleight of hand. We're gonna go with this one. Spryness. As a magician, he is trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. He's light-footed and nimble for a minotaur. Continue. Man is at least himself when he talks in his own person. Oh, this is cool. I like the graphics. A dark shape looms over you. Against the guttering lamplight, the black-shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout in a magic lantern. You can't be sure whether it's a real living thing or another grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived. Or is it the face of death come to claim you? In any case, this specter seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alleyway in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, then even at suicide, you have failed. Old crone. Atticus, he's coming. Wake up. Oh, get out of my head, you old crone. Okay, let me do one thing here real quick. Let me pop this up and see what the extension is doing. Okay. Oh, that's cool. This appears to be working. Alright. Let's see. We're going to hit that. Masked Stranger, Atticus Daly. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. Good morning, Solomon. Self-reflection. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of an heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Well, we're going to attempt to speak. We had a success. Who are you? Instead of a response, he offers me a tin-stippled flask. A small kindness. Okay, you should be getting a chance to vote. Cool. Okay, so nobody voted, or no wait, we have 2 for that. We're gonna wave it off. Very well then, suit yourself. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back on his dim light into the dim light of the gas lamps. I can finally see his features in full. Oh, this is cool. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat, complete with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Finery like I've never seen. On your feet now, you sorry sight. Dizzy from the head rush, it's hard to keep my balance. I can say, "Who are you and what do you want with me?" or "I need a moment to get my bearings." Okay, we're gonna say, "I need a moment to get my bearings." Or wait, I don't think anybody's voting. Zach, is the dialogue options working?
Yeah.
Nobody's just voting? That's fine. Let's see. We're gonna say,
I think people voted
I think it's same difference. We're gonna say, "Who are you and what do you want with me?" "A friend in need of your services." A friend, but a man of his station so deep in the docklands spells trouble. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. The stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Oh, interesting. Over the years, many a minge bag, whatever, oh, a despicable person, have come to collect. This barmy naff, unstable or mentally unwell person, is no different. I have a new task. So many outstanding debts and foregone second chances. It is all catching up to me. We can say, "No matter, let it be tonight, then," or he can try like all the others, but none have yet succeeded. It's not telling me the votes.
I clicked on the top one just now.
You clicked on the top one? Alright, we'll do the top one then. No matter, let it be tonight then. Temperament is a representation of your character's mental state, progressing from desperate, weary, content, optimistic, to hopeful. Your choices can change your character's temperament. Certain dialogue choices are only available based on your temperament score. Okay. Come now, surely things aren't so dire. We got another task. And it says, it's up to me seeing every impulse to an outcome, snuffing out the pleasures of life if I so desire. And I can use self-discipline. Okay, see now I got an answer. Alrighty. Self-discipline is what I need. What I need is peace and quiet, a place to clear my mind. Not sure if it's peaceful or not, but behind that padlocked door you might at least escape the stranger. Okay, so there's a padlocked door. Let me look at my journal. We need my trusty cane sword. The old crone is in my head. Okay, so there's a cane sword. Let's pick it up. It's an evening cane concealing a steel blade in a cherrywood sheath. Below the brass figurehead is a band of crushed velvet. Battle-scarred with a well-worn handle. And suitable in aristocratic circles. I can take it with me or leave it here for now. And we'll take it with us. It's added to inventory. I should really keep better track of my belongings, even on a gin bender. There's a newspaper. Let's see what it says. The Illustrated London News, this week's edition. A fleet-footed journalist takes us to the East End, underground and undercover. The hard-boiled scoop on the courtesan killer. Who's really behind the murders? And what is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public? Read on for the gory details. This story will boil your blood. Okay, we are going to ponder the news. Your inner voices are at odds. When you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humors. Over time, these voices become stronger. Okay. A fleet-footed... there we go. Black bile. Hazards of the job, I suppose. But it's a shame. No one deserves to die like that. I can say, maybe not, but they knew their risks. The East End is an unforgiving place, or, that's true, and I've kept their company before. It could have been an acquaintance of mine. This is kind of cool. I am weary, apparently. I will choose self-discipline. That's true. I've kept their company before. It could have been an acquaintance of mine. Ariana? I can say it's entirely possible, or I surely hope not, but it's been a while. I should check on her. Wonder who that is. Okay, Zach, have a good rest. We're gonna say, I truly hope not, but it's been a while. I should check on her. Dolly's being hunted. It's rather curious. I can investigate the murders or leave it to the police. Oh, okay, so Dollies are prostitutes. Got it. All sorts of new words to learn. Not a bad thing. We're going to investigate the murders. I'm no police special, but I'll see what I can find. Okay, is there anything else around? There's some liquor bottles. Should I investigate them? Let's go investigate them. Explore the world around you to discover helpful items in your journey. East London hides many secrets. Oh, you can highlight objects with the tab button. Jennifer, rotgut, and dry gin bottles are strewn about, broken and empty. Wager those are remnants of a day drowned in sorrow. Feels like ages ago. I can say what's left of my stash, or it looks to me like a day well spent. And we're gonna say what's left of my stash. It's worth a closer look. We can look through the bottles, or say, I think I've had enough liquor for now. Inventory, I just want to look at this. Cane sword. Cool. Alright. Let's look through the bottles. Minor Tarot. To make a skill check, you will draw a card from one of the 4 Minor Arcana decks. Each deck contains cards numbered from 1 to 14. They also contain the World, which will always succeed a skill check, and the Fool, which will always fail, and then reshuffle the deck. Okay. Let's do... We failed. Okay. Nothing here but the empties. Alright, let's see. When we hit tab, there's a herring basket up there. Wonder what that's about. I kinda wanna go see. Slatted wooden basket made from hazel cuttings. Willow branches weave around the bottom for support. Why am I up here looking at a basket? Surely I have more important matters to tend to. I can smell the rotting fish from here. Several days past its prime. I can lean in or leave it alone. Okay, we're gonna leave it alone. And we're gonna go check on this padlocked door. A heavy door that's blocking my escape from the stranger. There's an oxidized chain and a padlock over the hasp. Should be a soft job so long as the lock isn't rusted through. Okay, we can either break it, or I guess we can lockpick. This I have an 88% chance at. Huh. Cool. We're going to lockpick it. And we succeeded. I listen to the driver pins click into place along the shear line, whereupon the plug turns, freeing the hinges. I'll just set the lock aside. Perhaps the city engineer will come along and put it back again. Wonder where this passage goes. Away from the strangers enough for me. Okay, we're gonna enter the warehouse. The passage is lined with stone walls, damp from the evening fog and the underground steam boiler used to heat the tenements above. Barrels line the walls and seem to occupy every available space in the underground storeroom. Cane rats scurry and squeak in the corners, kneading at their nests. The air is stagnant, full of dust and mold. A ways off, there's the sound of a pump house at work, no doubt channeling sewage right into the Thames. There's a dim light ahead. Perhaps you can find help, or at least a way out of the stranger's grasp. On your guard now. No telling what's down here. I've seen the worst of the underground in my days. If trouble comes, I've got my blade and a silver tongue. Okay, let's see. What can we click on? There's a wooden coffer, a sleeping thug. Let's go check on the coffer. Red cedar paneled and cornered with iron, a sturdy but time-worn container. No need to break into everything. What am I, Minotaur or Magpie? I can break into the coffer. Can root in rubbish with hopes of little tin, like my scavenging days, or no time for this, but I've got other things to do. I want to see what's in it. That's my guess. Okay, we're gonna break into it. Yay! Bully, that felt right. It's been too long since I broke something. And there's only a gin bibber, drinker of gin and other liquor to the point of excess, behind us who might have heard. He's too full of liquor to pay attention. What great treasure is here? Trousers with a bib sewn across and a pulley zipper fastening. The head torch runs on a copper coil battery. There's boots and breeches, and the waistcoat has enough pockets to carry a dining set. To be sure, it's a construction worker's uniform. I can either try it on or leave it. We're gonna leave it. Okay. Should I check on the thug? Sure, why not? A 30-something cove, writhing on the cobbles, must have had his fill. If he was on guard, easy now to get by him. Or bash his head in, might be safer that way. I can say, let's bash his head in. Or I can say maybe I know him, or I can say maybe leave him alone. He's only chickered beyond reason. Besides, maybe I know him. Can't remember his face, but that's one thundering night terror he's having. Anything in his pockets? I can take a look in his pockets, or say, on second thought, I've been there. Wouldn't want my pockets picked while I'm sleeping off a bender. On second thought, I've been there. I wouldn't want my pockets picked while I'm sleeping off a bender. Thievery doesn't suit me anymore. There's bound to be something else nearby, free for the taking. Okay, let's continue looking. There's a manhole cover. There's some gears and cogs. Let's see what this is. It's a disc of wrought iron loosened by a crack. Could be somebody's hiding place, or I'll come back to this later. Okay, it could be somebody's hiding place. Alright, but the cover's bull heavy. I can try to lift it, or I can find a tool to get this open. Okay, so that's an unlikely skill check. I need an 11 to succeed. Let's try to lift it. Nope. I need the right tool, then I can slide it free, or let's not bother with this. Let's look for the right tool, maybe? I don't know. Seems like a good idea to me. Okay, we're gonna look for the right tool. Alright, let's see what else is around. Gears and cogs. What are these? Spare bits and bobs from a clockwork engine. Could hawk these to an engineer. I can gather them or leave them. Let's see what else was around. There's something else over here. Okay, we're gonna gather them up. They might be useful. Let's see what else we have. A moldy crate and a rope. A battered crate moldering in sewer grime. I can smash it open or say it smells too much. We're gonna smash it open if we can. Success. It caves with a crack and a cloud of fetid dust. Don't come, someone will beat the bushes, which means to search or investigate. Ugh. Okay, I coughed. Catching on the moldy dust cloud, my chest heaves with a coughing fit. Spiteful crate, should have never opened it. Wait, is that footsteps? All I can hear is a distant kind of gurgling. Is that the gin bibber splashed out on the floor? Let's hope it was only him. By some blessing, it seems nobody heard me. But I should know how to stifle a coughing fit. Shouldn't a mage have a kerchief? It was in my other waistcoat. Any more looting like this, and I'll need a face mask. If If I meet another Minotaur, they might have a spare. Good, a lot of us live in the underground. Enough rumination. Let's see what's in the crate. Should I see what's in the crate? Or come back to it later? I want to see. I mean, we risked being caught for nothing if we don't look. Yeah, we're gonna say, can't hardly see what I'm reaching for, but here goes. Nothing in here but a cold piece of metal. It's a pry bore, and it'll do for that manhole cover. Nice. Okay, let's go back over here. Manhole cover. And we have a tool to open it now. Let's open it up. It's a heavy bugger, even with a tool. How about the pry bar? Should get the cover off. Yeah, let's do that. Or we can say the sound of grating metal could draw attention. Let's get the cover off. Bully, that steel bar was just the ticket. It just needed a little leverage. There's a latched compartment below the manhole cover, but it's padlocked too tightly to break. That's a capital lock. I'll need a key. I can keep looking, or I can come back later. I'm gonna keep looking. There has to be something here. I can reach back into the corners or come back later. We're gonna reach into the corners. Oh, it's a bloody cane rat that bit him. Must have had a nest. We can say he's not getting the best of me. And we better staunch, or that we can staunch the wound. Let's say no chance the rat's getting the best of me. And it worked. Stealing myself, I reach inside again. It's a £1 banknote. Okay, I got money. Last, a bit of fortune. It's torn, but it'll do. Okay, what else is up here? We already checked the moldy crate. There's a rope up there. Stale and hardly saleable. It's brittle, but it might be good for something. Or it's falling apart, not worth taking. We're gonna take it. Okay. And we'll keep walking down here. Wait, there's somebody on the stairs. With that head torch, he could be on patrol. I don't suppose he'll take kindly to trespassers. I can hide, or don't need to hide from anyone. Okay, we're going to hide. There's a pool of shadow at the back of the hallway. We're going to see if we can't stay hidden. Maybe? It's an easy skill check. Or I can fight him if I have to. Yep, we'll see if we can't stay hidden. Okay, he didn't see us. Surprised myself with this physique. It's a wonder he didn't see me. Okay, let's keep going. There is a steamer trunk. Let's go check on that. A brass bandit's traveling trunk with sturdy corners. Fit for a long voyage. It's out of place down here. There's a tin inside, I'm sure of it. But the padlock has carbon steel shackle and pin tumblers triple reinforced. I can pick the lock, can break it open it with a pry bar, or leave it. And it says there's money inside is what it's saying. Okay, we're gonna pick the lock. Success. Blast. There's a catch on the inside, but no way of reaching it. Could try to force it, but I better not make a bloody racket. I can try to break it open, or I can open it with a pry bar. We're gonna open it with the pry bar. Yay! What's this? A bottle of gin I've yet to try? The fates have been kind for once. But they also provided me with money. Cool. We got some cash and a few cigarettes to round out the package. It's not even a day. It's not every day you get this stuff for free. Nice. Let's head down here and check on this furnace automation. Speak up. Who disrupts the air? I'm a famous musician or magician. Bleh. In the underground, you mustn't have heard of me. I love magic. Whenever I bend the heat to a proper boil, sometimes I fancy myself a firemancer. My name is Hera. The letters Hera are blazoned on its chest plate. I can ask about the fire, the acronym, the barrels, say goodbye, or I can ask for the way out. Okay, we are going to ask for the way out. How do I get out of here, other than turning back? There's a grate that leads to the sewers. Barring that, nowhere else to go but back the way you came. Go to the furnace. We can go to the sewers or back the way we came. I think the sewers are a better choice. Edging through the grate, you're greeted by the droning sound of rushing water and a smell that's near unbearable, hanging in the air so thick you can almost taste it. Hooves are clumsy in the dark as you stumble along the passageway, the sound of water flow and machinery echoing off the bricks from all directions, a meshing of gears that's familiar but still unsettling. Following the light, you come to a torchlit chamber, but it seems you're not alone. Notes of troubled voices peek over the noise. An air of indignus? I didn't even know that was a word. And irritation, but also fear and desperation. Something's not right here. You've stumbled into an argument, no doubt, but worse than that is a deep foreboding. Something else shares these sewers, a deeper evil crawling through the bowels of London. Okay, so I can either go back to the warehouse, or I can see if I can get past this blocked passage. Oh, there's a patrolman over there. Let's look at the blocked passage. A welter of bricks and rotting planks blocking the way through. I'll never get through this way, or I've run into more daunting objects. Just have to give this a wide berth. Let's say we'll never get through this way. Okay, we lost some hope, unfortunately. Let's go this way. Is there anything over this way? No, let's go here. There's a flask. Oh, that goes up. Oh shit. Don't flex a muscle. Who's that creeping in the shadow light? State your business. A cyclops with a pike spade. Standard issue for sewer work. This area's off limits, layman. Besides, you're not dressed for it. He's full of piss and vinegar, but also full of poppycock. I'll wager his authority is a claim and nothing more. I can apologize and ask for the way out, or I can assert myself. Let's do that. Pardon me, I'm just looking for the way out, sir. Captain. Of the pump house, that is. Pardon me, Captain, but as I said, I'm just looking for the way out. I didn't mean to trespass. Sorry, mate. Nowhere to go but the way you came. Dash it all, but if he does know the lay of the land, it might be worth a few more questions. Let's ask about the argument, maybe. Okay, we're gonna ask about the argument. How about that scuffle down below? Well, the tall fellow holds weight with the hounds. I shouldn't like to interfere. Okay, we can ask for the way out again, or move along. Gonna ask for the way out. Off limits. Besides, she's locked down for maintenance. If I were you, I'd head up street side before the morning doves. Right then, I'll be on my way. He's eager to be back on his way. Okay. He's headed that way. No, wait, I don't want to do that. Okay, wait till he goes away, and then I want to see if I can get by him. Can I go this way? Okay, I could. We'll wait for him to make his rounds again. Let's gather the gears. Maybe? And it might prove useful. Okay, let's go this way. They're still arguing. Move any further and they'll notice me. There's a door just beyond where they're staying. That'd be one way to escape this mess. Should check out the ledge that's cropping out above them. Or look around first. We'll look around first. Okay, after this guy moves, we'll try to sneak back up here and look in this barrel. Barrel perches on the ledge while the argument rages. We can hide up here and watch the dispute. Let's eavesdrop, maybe? Or I say, couldn't be bothered. We'll have a listen. You'll pad me pockets until I say die. He's hounding this poor girl for capital. Only a lasman would stoop so low. If so, then she must be a cut purse. I'm sick of stealing. I'm sore of begging all the more. It's shameless. Doesn't seem like a fair fight. She might come to harm if I don't step in. We can let it play out, we can intervene quickly, or we can go down and break it up, or this hardly concerns me. Besides, I'm in enough trouble as it is. Okay, we're gonna go down there and break it up. Okay, we're gonna wait for this guy to go past. Shall we straighten this fellow out? Yeah, let's try to face him. Who knows? Let's go face him sooner or later. He looks ready for a fight. Should I draw my blade or wait for the right moment? We're going to draw our blade. How about an inside tip? You know well I'm in with the oddsman. Keep your crooked tips. You were supposed to shelter us, pay us, and protect us. I wager there's a future for me beyond London. The only way you'll leave London is in bits and pieces, floating down the Thames. She flashes her eyes at me. Some kind of signal? I can try a clean cut between the shoulder blades, but what if he's quicker on his feet than he looks? I can attack him, or I can settle it with words. Hey, Gamer Zone, how are you? Okay, we're gonna attack him. Success. I saved the cut first. He's done more than enough. It's time to set him straight, but I must find the balance with the blade before I strike. Channeling the agile Stirk of old, I leap to my full length. This might be the killing blow. Howling like a cheap trollop, he's at my mercy now, an animal doomed to slaughter. Should I finish the job, or should I spare him? Cool comics. You're pretty drunk. What time is it for you? It's still morning for me, so it's a little early for me to be drunk. You're about to go to bed? Probably a good idea. I'm gonna spare him. Say, you're free to go, but you'll leave this poor child alone. I'll never lay another hand on her, I promise. Thank you, sir and missus. I'll go up street side to a Sawbones, and then I'll go straight to a confessional. Didn't think you'd ever sound more pitiful, but here we are. Go on, better scarp her now, Carlyle. Okay, so we saved the cut purse. The ladsman gets to his feet and hobbles out of sight. I know his type. He's stirring up troubles with nothing but a head full of steam to back it up with. Thanks for the assistance. My name is Annika Johansson. Pleased to be acquainted. I'm Atticus Daly. The lout did show us how to make a living, but there was never any future for us, so I'm thinking of joining a circus that travels around Europe. Huh. We could ask her what her talent is. We can say, I love the circus. Snuck in through the back fence where the animals were kept. Or ask her what she needs help with. Morning for you two? Well, kind of morning. Okay, we're gonna ask what the talent is. Throwing knives. Where that wheel is spun and a living target is skillfully avoided. I practiced with Bertram till he disappeared. Now I don't know whether to look for him or leave the city. We can say we loved the circus. Or we can say, what about London? Or what do you need help with? This is a really cool game. We're going to say we loved the circus when I was younger, snuck in through the back fence where the animals were kept. I'm not sure if I would love it, but it does seem to be a way out. A sadness in her voice like a heavy rain at sea, damp and in the bones. We can say, what about London? Or, what is it you still need my help with? We do have an ad starting soon, but if you sit through the ad, I will be back right after. And no more ads for an hour. Okay, what about London? There's nothing here for me now. What do you need help with? It's about Bertram. If he's alive, I'd like to say goodbye before I leave with the circus. I can ask about Bertram. Or I can say, if you don't get to the bottom of it, you might regret it forever, or that must be difficult, but I'd better be going now. Is he a close friend of yours? My best in the city. If he's alive, I'd like to say goodbye before I leave with the circus. Yeah. We'll probably do the top one. And then wait for everybody to come back from ads. Okay. We'll just wait for everybody to be back, I think. Got 2 minutes, and everybody should be back. Let me see what's in my inventory. We have cigarettes, some gin, a length of rope, a pry bar, and our sword. What else do we have? Journal. I think I did that one. The old crone. Okay. Okay. Cool. I like this game. Character, I can also look at the tarot cards. Oh, I unlocked a major arcana cards. I unlocked the star. Don't know what that means. Continue. Cool. Okay, we got 20 seconds left, and then we will choose the top option and be on our way. Ah, that's where the map will be. Alright, we're going to say, if you don't get to the bottom of it, you might regret it forever. Advice I should have taken myself. That's right, there was a woman once, or I refuse to dwell on the past. It does nothing but dredge up heartbreak. Okay, we're going to refuse to dwell on the past. You were drifting off there. Only a momentary lapse, I assure you. Is there any chance you'd help me find Bertie? He went missing along with my sister Julie. I can say we can help, or we can say can't help at the moment. Bloody hell, why not? Oh, thank you, Mr. Daly. It isn't much, but take these cogs for your trouble. I'll see what I can find for myself, then I'll meet with you and we can share information like police specials. Bully. I'd make a fine detective. Okay, my hope went up. That's awesome. Bertram and I were living down here, but now the water's too high to get to our hidey hole. With so many of us gone missing, I'd better move on anyway. Okay, we should ask about the hidey hole if we're gonna go find him. Let's ask about the hidey hole. We had a little safe house behind the retaining wall, but now with the pump house being serviced, the water's too high to get there. We can say we're not good with engineering, or we can give her your card. I don't know that's how that's gonna help. It's not like they have phone calls. Let's say, wish I could help, but I'm not good with engineering. No worries. Thanks anyways. You're still welcome to anything we left in there. How can I find you should we need to meet again? Okay, we give her the visiting card. Not often home, but you can leave a message with Aunt Selina at the shop below my quarters. Of course, Mr. Daly. Together, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this. Okay, so it's a locked door. I want to go see what this flask is. Somebody hit a bottle here. Looks like nostrum. Smells rather dangerous, at least to the inexperienced. I can say it might be useful, or I don't need it. I'm carrying enough already. Might be useful. Okay. What else is there around here? Let's go check out this locked door. Monstrous door of high carbon steel. No way through without a key or a high explosive. If only it was open, or so this is the end of my underground road. If only it was open. Must lead to an even murkier chamber. I can say dreary and dangerous, just my cup of tea, or treacherous, no doubt, but also full of intrigue. Hey, Smokey, how are you? Oh, we got a... Let's do dreary and dangerous, just my cup of tea. In any case, it's a dead end, and the masked fellow's waiting upstairs. If he could extract me from a 20 gin sleep, then he must have had my number. Be capable of defeating someone by knowing or understanding them well. No escape from the stranger this way. You'll need a key for the door. Okay, so is there anything else I can... I can go up to Beggar's Lane. I don't have a key. So I guess we'll go up. Late start to the day. Don't be sorry, that's fine, Smokey. How you feeling, by the way? There was no escape in the sewers, only more danger you've narrowly dodged. But it's nothing so ghastly as what might become of you at the hands of the stranger. You hardly ever see a handheld firearm in the Docklands. That means he's come from afar to track you down, and he won't give up easily. What if this old crone, mumbling in your mind, will another gin slumber put a seal on her words, or is she now more than a figment? Is she in step with your pulse and your heartbeat, so deeply rooted you might never escape her raspy chattering? By the break of morning you should have some answers, but until then you stumble along the cobbles half woken, the hangover clawing your skull like a prisoner in bondage. Okay, so we managed to escape the sewers. There's a missing poster. There's some vagrants. Let's go over here. Let's go check the missing poster. Julie and Bertram O'Brien, orphans missing from the Sacred Heart Orphanage. Small reward furnished upon any information leading for their safe return. Please have a heart for our poor children. Sisters of the Sacred Heart, 22 Cherrywood Lane, East End, London. Alms accepted. These are the poor children Annika mentioned. A brother and a sister gone missing from where I was brought up. I can say they'll have to fend for themselves like I did, or being an orphan, shouldn't I be the one to investigate? I think I should investigate, personally. Okay, we're going to investigate. There are unsettled spirits in the Dockland, and like it or not, I play a part in their pageantry. Yes, you can pick stuff, and there is every dialogue option has a vote in chat. That's kind of cool. Okay, so hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull for their amusement. I can search for the missing orphans, or I can stay out of it. Yeah, I'm really digging this game so far. It's got a really cool vibe to it. This is a brand new game that just came out, I think a couple days ago. They're gonna search for the missing orphans. Something's not right here, and orphans in the Docklands need all the help they can get. Okay, let's ask the vagrants. 3 rootless souls taking their ease in the heat of a steam vent, one of the few free comforts to be had in old London town. This one is Poe Pickett. Drifts around the city so much it's hard not to know him. Might not remember me, though. Poe says, Balderdam, dash, that landlord. Bloody meter refuses to fix the heat in my abode. Them mutton shunters cast me on the bricks like a flicking an ant off a sleeve. The unfortunate's companions huddle for warmth, their tattered garments splashed with ale stains. These men are dusty, perpetually so. Not that I miss the old quarters, no. With the endless boiler double troubles, 'twas not much warmer in there than out here. He looks at me askance. Wager his mood still needs thawing. Oi, horns! If you're not handing out hot meals, bugger off. Talking takes thinking, and I ain't got a lot of that to spare, in case you didn't notice. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna get much out of him, but I can try again. Okay, he doesn't have anything for me. Let's go this way. Gears and cogs. Let's go get some more. Spare parts for machines. I'm gonna skip all this and we're just gonna gather the gears. Because that's what I'm doing. There's an overground station. I don't think I want to go in there yet. Masked stranger. It's a wagon? Let's go look at the wagon. Some wayward cartwright abandoned their wagon here. Beyond it, there's tenements and a dead end. He's got me hemmed in. The wheels are in bad shape and winter's coming on. Ere long it'll be a pile of firewood. Can I get past it? No, I can't. I don't know that I want to talk to a masked stranger. Maybe? He's waiting with a cold stare and a hand on his flintlock. All done mucking about down there. It's about time. How do you know that? The smell, most likely. Ah, can you smell it on me? None of your business where I've been. The problem is you're still on my trail. Okay, so we ran into him again. Curiosity. What does it say for the missing orphans? It just says I need to inquire about them. Okay, so we're gonna say, can you smell it on me? You might say. He's hiding something, perhaps some mystical talent, not unlike my own. Right then, you ready, sight. Let's get going. We need you batting on a full wicket. Shall I let him ragdoll me around East London? I can say not a chance, or he could put a bullet through my heart in a moment. Not the right time to challenge him. I'm gonna say not a chance. With my stature, I should get the best of him. Still, it's a question of speed and dexterity. I take a big swing at him, but he dodged deftly. Even so, I make a pass at his handgun, but he swats me away like I was a child. You can't shake me off. I'm not one of your debts. A soldier's cold and steely gaze. He must have seen combat. Scores of body-like I can't imagine. Whatever thoughts were crossing my mind are frozen in place. It's like watching a busy intersection warp into slow motion and then hold entirely still. I cannot even think about what it means to think. Fine, then. I'll go along willingly, but if I'm to meet my end, please spare me the pain of it. I'm glad we understand each other. I can ask him where he's taking me, or say I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, and ask him what he's planning. This one is an unlikely skill check. Okay, we're gonna go for the unlikely skill check. And we didn't succeed. Where are you taking me? He merely grunts and snatches my arm, ready to lead me off. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning, right? There's no time for dawdling. Bell End. He hasn't any conscience. If it seems like London left you behind, humor me for the evening. Otherwise, I'll deliver the bounty on your head, and I won't have wasted any time. Well, there's a bounty on my head. Fun. Your headache rages with a fierce second wind, and every step is a hammer and nail in your psyche. The stranger's reckless pace only makes matters worse. His arm is like a vice grip, dragging you down a maze of twisted alleyways until at last a string of paper lanterns appears, buoys in a sickening sea of night, the cherry glow of Red Lantern Lane. Within waves of jasmine and sandalwood incense, memory washes fear away. This might be the only place that could convince you to keep on living, even just for a night. The gas mantle above the door fills you with fondness, cleansing the rust of your mind-gouged hangover. You've arrived at Red Lotus Den, the only place you've ever felt at home. No need to be pulled along now. You go inside willingly. Masked stranger says, happy now? Body aches and deep uncertainty in the bones. It's hard to be happy when you feel like this. Allow me to rephrase. Have you ever been happy? Can't say that I have, but I've gotten close to it here. Withdrawals. They can muddle our heads and make us weak. Don't worry, you'll feel better soon. Okay. There's a changing area. Let's go check this out. Towels and bathrobes arranged in cubbies. We'll change into something more presentable. Pawned my extra finery to cover the last bender. No regrets. No point in using this room without any presentable vines or clothing to change into. Okay. There's a bath. The masked stranger is over here. There's a street lamp glare. Let's look at this. A guttering grease lamp pings through the glass. The burning feels good in my eyes, like I'm slowly waking up. Okay. There's a bath. There's a bar. The bouncer is a centaur. Anything over here? Let's look at the bar. Brass linteled mahogany bar lined with candles, casting eerie shadows on the centaur behind it. The cloying scent of mange, I'm not surprised, but did it have to be a centaur? Okay, I can say some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until he proves me wrong. Or, cantankerous creatures sure as sun up. If I had a shilling for every centaur on a power trip, I'd have a townhouse in Kensington. Alright, we're going to say some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until he proves me wrong. Then again, there's Bixby. He's the one centaur with his head screwed on straight. Aye, Bixby Browncoat, the owner here at the Lotus. Most nights he's waiting at the bar, so I hope he hasn't taken ill. I can wait around to see if he shows up, or fortune favors the bold, and let's get this over with. Alright, let's see if Bixby shows up. Surely he'll get rid of this jolterhead bouncer. Okay. The bouncer... Let's talk to the stranger. Let us not tarry. The sooner we ask for permission to enter the Lotus, the better. Okay, so he wants us just to go in. And there's really nothing else to do. Well, there's a bath. Let's see what the bath is. Steam bath awaits your tired bones. Wouldn't it be good to get cleaned up? We're a minotaur. We probably need one. It might give us some more hope, too. Because right now we're feeling pretty desperate. Okay, we're gonna take a quick bath. Got +10 hope. Oh, that's good. How about not smelling like vomit and cane rats? We shouldn't offend the ladies. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, let's actually try talking to the bouncer. The centaur leers, his misshapen chin a shelf for his cigarette, jutting from a tangle of bad teeth. Good evening, sir. We'd like to gain admittance. He glances at the stranger, but fixes his eyes on me instead. Let the cow pie speak. Looks like he's got some quarrel with yours truly. I can say just here for the Lotus, or I've dealt with your kind in the past. Believe me, it wasn't pretty. Doesn't give us a chance on which one's going to succeed. Music is kind of cool, too. Okay, we're here for the Lotus. Is that so? We're here for the Lotus, nothing more. Not buying it. This one's got a screwed up fizz or person's face. What's the matter? I can tell him. Did somebody forget to muck out your stall this morning? I smile as condescendingly as possible. Something wrong with your sniffer, I spec. Need a pretty little ring through it, say. Heifer? Ahem. We'd like a luxury booth, best in the house. The damage is done. He called me a heifer. I can say, surely it's not the incense I'm smelling, it's the horseshit spew spitting out of your manky mouth, which you better shut before I swell it shut for you. Or that's quite a vocabulary, but it won't matter once Bixby shows up. Okay, we're gonna say, surely it's not the incense I'm smelling, it's the horse shit spilling out of your manky mouth, which you better shut before I swell it shut for ya. Gentlemen, please be civil. Look, this is a clean place, and your lot's not welcome here. Always fighting and what's not. I can say that's absurd. I always come here. Or, look here, lad, you're all clearly a new hire. If you don't let me in, I'll have to have a word with Bixby about his staff. And apparently Bixby is the owner, and we know him. Okay, we're gonna say, look here, you're clearly a new hire. If you don't let me in, I'll have to have a word with Bixby about his staff. Bixby, aye? We'll see about that. He'll be making his rounds any minute. And there's Bixby. Out trots Mr. Browncoat. Surely he'll come to see what the fuss is about. He wears a long-faced countenance, a gold pocket watch, and a lavender-tinted pince-nez, a pair of eyeglasses with a nose clip instead of earpieces on his aquiline nose. Despite careful preening, the turbulence of a life lived in the margins shows on his face. "Hello, hello, what do we have here? I've not even started my rounds, and there's already a scuffle in the foyer." I can say, your bouncer doesn't seem to recognize me, or sorry there, Bixby, but the bouncer was just saying how minotaurs are no longer welcome in your fine establishment. Hey, Rixky. Rixky? Yeah, Rixy. We're gonna say sorry there, Bixby, but the words are hard. Bouncer was just saying how minotaurs are no longer welcome in your fine establishment. And why not? A minotaur is welcome here like any other customer. Bouncer says, oh yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Browncoat, I should have known. We'll talk about this later. As you can see, there are clients to entertain. Bixby darts a disapproving look at the bouncer. I suppose good help is hard to find, but rest assured you'll have a private booth and a bottomless hot tea on the house. Now, gents, let's away to the Lotus. Bixby ushers you through the door and leads the way down the back stairs, the stranger on your heels like a stubborn shadow. The Red Lotus is draped in a haze of pale smoke, dotted with flickering candles and incense glowing like cinders in the night. The smell of burning opium is dark and rich, like a batch of floral biscuits with a sharp afterbite. The pale red glow from the Chinese lanterns paints the space in perpetual twilight. It's easy to lose track of time within these walls, whiling away your days in a blissful waking dream. Okay, let's see, what can we interact with? There's a sunken area, there's an opiomaniac, there's an incense pot. What's that gear clattering racket? A jet of steam cuts through the quiet of the den. I can say, what a curious machine, I wonder how it works. Or what's an automaton doing down here? It's not as if it can partake. Weird. There's a machine in here. If I had intimidation, I could say, bugger off, you brass bucket. That's funny. Okay, what a curious machine. Wonder how it works. It's got an arsenal heart drum. That's a top flight boiler, ball and socket legs and pressurized feet. There's nothing run-of-the-mill about it. Sorry there, didn't mean to startle you. Off it goes, heading for the private section. Okay. Where'd that masked stranger get off to? Let's see. Let's go check this incense pot. Sticks of heady incense waft in the air, always burning no matter the flow of customers. Okay. There's a sunken area. Let's see. We still need to ask questions about the missing orphans. The floor pit has benches with a tufted upholstery and pillows costing a halfpenny an hour. It's so late that most of the patrons have gone to sleep. Just before sunup is the only time the Red Lotus is empty. Okay. So there's nothing I can do here. No need to pinch pennies tonight. Okay. There's some sleeping gents. There's a bookshelf. Let's go check the bookshelf. A sturdy yet musty old bookshelf. Hi, Breeze! The spines show such titles as Arcane Magic on the Eastern Edge of Ruin, Opium Through the Ages, and parlor games, Love in the Dream Time. Right. Okay, so there's some sleeping gents. I want to go see what they're doing. Two workmen blissfully free of the waking world. We can say, as well as their meaningless existence, and when they wake, I should hope they'll be refreshed. The missing orphans, we still haven't found anything about that. Gin collector, I'm still looking for that. Okay, so when they wake, I should hope they'll be refreshed. Okay, so we did that. There's a dwarf and the automaton. Let's talk to them. Evening, stranger. The dwarf has a warm and amiable look, with a set of crystal blue eyes, sharply intelligent, and a red mustache that is so full it could crawl off his face and build a cocoon. His beard is elegantly braided in the common style. I finger the brass rings in my own goatee, which is coarse and stringy by comparison. How do you do? I can say just fine, you're some kind of inventor, or hard to say. Once I've had a fix, I'll be more clear-headed. I prefer the first one. Okay, some kind of inventor, are ya? Just fine. Let's see. The name's Theodore Redgrove, Brotherhood of Boffins. They're technical experts? But call me Teddy. Most people do. I can say, Boffins, eh? Or, your automaton hasn't got a name, or you invent things, gadgets and the like, or that rickety gizmo just about scared me witless, or you look like a tinkering type. If I had a little scrap, would you be interested? Or, nice meeting you, Teddy.